What's good, y'all? It's that boy, Easy Millions, and I'm your host of That Boy ETV. You already know, man, we are back on the finals, and we had our update today, so you know I'm here to bring y'all these patch notes. But before we get into it, let me go ahead and let everybody know, down in the description and in the post, I will go ahead and link the put a link for the full patch notes for you guys to go ahead and check this stuff out, because I'm only going to touch over what I believe is the most important things, but there are going to be things like UI changes and other little things here and there in the patch that I won't go over. So make sure y'all do go ahead and click that link and check out the patch notes, the full patch notes for yourself, man. But let's go ahead and get into this, and we're going to go ahead and start with these balance changes. We got gadgets for the goo grenade. They increase the time it takes for fire to destroy goo from 6 seconds to 12 seconds, which is actually pretty cool, man, because I like the goo grenade personally, but I did feel like as soon as you throw a pyro on that bad boy, that joke will go up in flames and you ain't got it no more, man. So that is a change right there that's very welcome and warranted, man. Now we're moving on into the game modes, and we're going to start with cash out. First, they increase cash rewards for kills from 200 to 500. 30% of the cash in the cash box is now awarded to the team that deposits the cash box the moment it is added to the cash out station. The remaining 70% of the cash in the cash box is awarded when the cash out is completed at the cash out station. These values are rounded off to give easier to understand values. This replaces the previous $2,000 a team will receive in initiating a cash out. Removed all cash out loss penalties from team wipes. They updated the vault spawning logic at the start of a match for more even distribution. They added new notification messages to the HUD for when cash is awarded to a team. And they increased the time taken to steal a cash out from 6 seconds to 7 seconds. And then they also have a dev note here. They say, we felt for some time that cash out generates more third-party fights than intended, as well as a long-lasting team versus team encounters. And that happens in part because of the incentives of the scoring system. We are testing the changes above to see if they address these issues and improve the overall experience. These changes have been selected as the rule set for the VLOP Championship. We'll monitor how they perform via telemetry and your feedback, and will adjust them as needed, man. Now, we're on to ranked terminal attack. Destruction is now reset at halftime without needing to reload the level. Dev note, this should give a smoother experience and reduce downtime. We got terminal attack and ranked terminal attack. They added health regeneration thresholds per archetype to terminal attack, meaning players will now regenerate health up to a specific threshold based on if they are light, medium, or heavy, rather than the current fixed 100 HP. New thresholds are as follows. For the light class, you still only regenerate 100 HP. For the medium class, you regenerate 125 HP. And for the heavy class, you generate 150 HP. And we also got another dev note here. They say, we feel this change will help the level the playing field, as well as reduce the effectiveness of poke damage with weapons like the SR-84. We also feel this change better represents the variety in archetypes, man. So with the whole regeneration of health, I do like how now it's more class-based. It isn't too much of a difference between each class. I mean, there's a 50 health pool difference between light and heavy, but that's actually understandable due to the fact that lights are a lot faster moving, a lot harder to hit, things of that nature, man. So I'm actually pretty okay with the new regeneration thresholds for each archetype. What's the point of having archetypes if you're not going to have them be different in some shape, form, or fashion, right? So let me know how y'all feel about this, because terminal attack is probably one of my favorite game modes in here. This one and cash out. The other one's probably not too much, but I primarily play these two here, so this one I'm actually really happy for. Now, let's get into specializations, and we have evasive dash. They increased the cooldown duration from 5.5 seconds to 6.5 seconds per charge. For the goo gun, they increased the time it takes for fire to destroy the goo from 6 seconds to 12 seconds, as we talked about earlier. The grapple hook, it decreased the cooldown duration from 10 seconds to 8 seconds. The healing beam, they decreased the time taken until the healing beam can overheat from 7 seconds to 5.5 seconds. And it has a dev note here. Overheating is something Healing Beam users rarely have to manage, so we've lowered the time to overheat, which means players need to be slightly more controlled in their use of it. Now, personally, I probably see the Healing Beam mostly in terminal attack due to the fact that you couldn't really regenerate HP, and now that you can, you get a little bit extra, but I think the Healing Beam is more prominent in terminal attack, so this will actually be a big change for that game mode. So I can't wait to see how this is affected, man, how this affects game modes and overall players playing the game. Now, we on to these weapons. We got the 93R, and they slightly decrease the bullet dispersion when firing from the hip in all stances, making the weapon more accurate. They decrease the amount of horizontal recoil when firing the 93R, making it easier to control and more precise. They slightly tighten the clusters of bullets fired in a burst, making the weapon more precise. So right here, the 93R got a whole bunch of buffs, and it pretty much just making it a lot easier to use, a lot easier to aim, and making sure you hit them shots with it, man. So you gotta love those. Now, the last thing I want to go over are going to be these specializations. And we got General here, where it says fix an issue where some specializations could become locked and unable to fire/use. And they also have the Goo Gun, in which they fix an issue where goo could stick to the side of a warm-up zone in terminal attack modes, man. So that's kind of weird. I've never seen that personally, but I'm assuming that this is talking about when you first load up and there's that wall right there, that it would actually stick to that, man. So I'm pretty sure that that's what that is. Now, earlier I talked about the Vlope, and I'm going to go over that real quick. As they post here, let the games begin. We hope you're warmed up and ready, contestants, because the next stop on the World Tour is the Vlope Championship, and it's offering some contracts with exclusive sports gears rewards, while also running brand new Twitch drops throughout this World Tour stop. So make sure you tune in for the finals on twitch.tv. Now, they also say the summer is in full swing and vacation times are in full effect, but this week still has some rather substantial changes and bug fixes. In the Vlope Championship, we're upping the amount of money you can earn per elimination and cash out, and granting your team part of the vault value immediately when initiating a cash out. We're also completely removing cash penalties from team wipes, making sure to try these changes out and let us know what you think. On the bug fixing side, we have a second fix coming in for the infinite loading screen issue and the issue that prevented contestants from using their specializations, weapons, and gadgets at certain times. For our controller friends, we've also fixed aim assist issues introduced in the 3.4 for controller players on PC, man. So right there you have it. That the Vlope Championship is coming out. I can't wait to see the differences now, especially with terminal attack, which again is one of my favorite game modes. We had changes to one weapon here, but all in all, a lot of good things, man. And also the Goo Grenade is another one I want to touch on again, and the Healing Beam. So we got to see how the Goo, the Healing Beam, and this new terminal attack with the HP being higher plays out, man. But down in them comments, like I said, I will have the link to the full patch notes, and also down in them, please let me know how y'all feel about this update, man. But this has been another Patch Notes videos for the finals, and as always, please like, comment, subscribe, follow, share, become a supporter, and catch me streaming on Facebook Gaming and Twitch at DatBoy ETV. Now, this has been another Patch Notes video, baby. I'm out. Peace.